Okay, guys. So here's the plan. I'm gonna be switching from my camera view to my phone. I'm just doing this whole thing's gonna be a screen recording. So the plan is I'm gonna be flying this and hovering and stuff like that. This is fully charged, this battery, and so is that one right there. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm just gonna throw it up in the air, and I think it's at 20%. I have it set at. When it starts beeping, I'm gonna land it, and we'll see. I'll start a stopwatch on my phone or my what do you call it, on my phone or my watch, and we'll see how long that is. And then I'll swap batteries out. Then obviously I won't have this attached, and then I'll just swap up to this fully charged battery and do the same thing. Fire it up, fly around, and when it starts beeping, I'll land it, and I'll see how long that flight time is. And well, I'll see the difference if there is a difference. I've seen other people who have. I've seen one guy, it was 2200 milliamps that he had, so it was a lot heavier and bigger battery. This one's only 1300 milliamp battery, so not sure if it's going to make that much of a difference anyway, but I'm just curious. And also, I'm not using my two-bladed props. I'm using my three-bladed. So this is supposed to be more stable in wind. Supposed to be giving you, what do you call it, better lifting capabilities, better thrust, because of that extra prop. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to pause this and we'll switch over. Okay, so got the drone fired up. Let's make sure this is right. And I'm gonna toggle between that and my camera. So here we go. It's all fired up, right? And I'm gonna set up my watch to start.
The home point has been updated.
Starting up the props.
Please check it on the map.
Start the props. Now I'm gonna start the stopwatch, and we're gonna go. All right, now we're gonna switch back and see how this goes. Actually, I'm just gonna stick it in semi mode. Just go back and forth. See how this works out with this battery. As for CG, I kept it. I really didn't change it. I didn't move it back. Number one, I had to leave clearance for the battery so I could turn the stock battery, the button. I didn't use a strap for the extra battery. I just used the electrical tape and taped it down pretty good. As for the CG, I kept it a little bit past half towards the front because the main battery is pretty heavy, so, and it doesn't seem to be having any issues with that either. Maybe I'll just keep it in regular because the yaw is pretty slow. The speed doesn't seem to be an issue. I didn't take a look and see if there were any issues with the battery, but this is fully charged from yesterday, so I actually topped it up earlier today, this morning, so we'll see how it goes. Flight characteristics, it's looking normal to me. I'm actually just watching line of sight, watching it go back and forth. 92, and it's telling me. See, I was also told that I can't change the battery parameters stock because they're locked down by DJI, and the couple videos that I've seen, they never talked about the parameters or whatever, and still seem to be getting extra battery, extra flight time. So, I mean, I'm at, what's this say, 90%. It says 24 minutes of flight time still. So, this battery I have on is only 1300 milliamps, and they also suggested to have a 75C rating, a burst rating. This one's only 45, I think 45 to, I don't know, 60 or something like that. So, everything is under specs for the spare battery, but even if it gets me 2-3 minutes of flight time, you know, if I stick this thing in sport mode, it'll go like 65 kilometers. I think it's up to 65 top speed. So 65 kilometers, even if it got me 3 minutes of flight time extra, that's covering almost 3 kilometers. That's 65 kilometers an hour flying for 3 minutes. If I get an extra 3 minutes, that could be crucial if I'm, you know, a kilometer away, because at 65 kilometers an hour, that'll give you where the hell is it? Oh, yeah, there it is. At 65 kilometers an hour, flying for 3 minutes, they'll give you almost 3 kilometers. So that's quite in a pinch. If you need to move that fast in that distance, that 3 minutes is crucial. But personally, I start getting nervous when the battery gets down to about like 25%, 30%. I usually start turning back. When I fly, I usually fly, stick it in sport mode, get all my compass and all that stuff ready to go, the map's ready to go. I take off, I stick it in sport mode, get to the to where I want to be, and then I'll stick it into normal mode, and then do what I'm doing. If I'm taking pictures from normal mode, I'll slap it into cine mode just for more stability. And when I get back, I stick it back in sport mode and just boot it back. So, yeah, this thing's going pretty good. And I know you get better flight times if you're actually flying as to just sitting there hovering. Since I'm just flying back and forth here in this empty lot, I have no Yagis on because really don't need it. You're actually good for at least like almost 1,000 feet all the way around you without any boost. So it says I got 20 minutes left. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's see what this looks like. There it is right there. I actually find these three-bladed props pretty. I think they're pretty quiet, especially because considering it's got a load on. Not too shabby. Not bad at all. So this, even hovering for a little bit like this could simulate, you know, setting up a shot or something like that. So the climb rate, yeah, climb's nice. I find it on the way down it wobbles a little bit. That's weird. I was going down and it actually shot a little bit forward. I don't know. Maybe there's weird turbulence when you got a 3-bladed prop. Maybe there's more dirty air underneath. I don't know. Because I don't think I noticed the. I don't think I noticed the. Yeah, going down. It's wobbly. Wow, that's weird. But it might be coming down faster too because there's more weight. I'm not sure. Ooh-wee. Let's get in sport mode. Sport mode, not an issue.
They weren't even bras, they were like parachutes. They were just giant, right? And I'm going back to the thing, and I'm walking with my mom with this.
So, as you see on the screen, I'm just hitting 14 minutes flight time. I'm at 64. I'm not even at 50%. I don't know. Guess we'll see how this works out. Look at my map. That's funny. I should keep going back and forth, see if I can color this all in. Yeah, it really wobbles on the way down. I'm gonna have to get this. Here, I'll switch this over and watch. Watch this. It's weird. Okay, so there it is. Watch when it comes down. See that? Shoot it up. Watch when it comes down. See that? Go up, go down. I don't know, maybe there's a little bit of wind up there, but it seems pretty calm. Seems pretty calm. That was for wind, so not sure. But I think I like these. So I see that when it stops, it glides a little bit farther, either left or right. See, going forward, the braking. But I think with the 3-bladed props, it actually helps with the lift. Yeah, see? That's weird. I go up, and if I go down, I'm going to go down right now. Yeah, it wobbles. I don't like that at all. See what if... And it started to drift a little bit too when I'm up in the air. That's weird. But if I go down and not full throttle down, yeah, see, it still wobbles. Now it's drifting backwards. Now it's going forward again. Huh. That is strange. But I think it could be because of the weight. See, now it drifts backwards on the way down. It could be the weight, how I have the battery. Because, like I said, it's the spare battery is in between the main battery and the camera, and strapped on. So that could be doing. The CG might be off. Obviously, yeah, probably, most likely the CG is off. But like I said, I think the
hi. And then I'm like, you know what?
I think the 3-bladed props are definitely helping with the lift factor, to lift the whole bird up. So it's telling me here I got 11 minutes of flight still. I'm at 50% for the battery. And if I switch to my camera, right now I'm at 13 minutes of flight. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. Because I'm at 48 now. 13 minutes of flight. If I could double that, that'll give me like 26 minutes of flight. And usually with these batteries, I'll get probably 20. Like I said, you know, honestly, I don't know because I never get it. I never let it get that low. At 30%, I'm flying back already.
Somebody just important to you, like half your brain goes, keep going, keep talking, find something smart to say. And then it's done. Right. And then the other half is like, don't say anything stupid, don't say anything. So there's like, right? So we're talking, and as I'm talking to him, I'm getting closer and closer to his face. Like, because he's iconic, and I'm checking out every nook and cranny because it's Paul McCartney. And I'm so close to him that he starts leaning backwards to get away from my face. I'm like the closest.
Yeah, I definitely find it's more jerky, as if it's like a pendulum. That kind of a weird jerk to it. So battery life. So see, this tells me forced landing. I'm at 7 minutes. 10 minutes till it's depleted.
I said to her, I think this is crazy, but I know it's going to sound crazy, I said to my wife, but I think Paul McCartney should be my
I was actually nervous about slapping another battery on this because, I mean, I don't want this stuff to explode or catch on fire. That would suck if it caught on fire or started smoking. I've had that. I've had a lipo fire with one of my RC helis, collective pitch, and luckily I saw it starting to smoke a little bit. The battery got puffy. I got the helicopter down as fast as I could, and I kind of ran to it and just pulled the battery out and tossed it about 5 feet because, whoo, lipo batteries, they're very volatile when they start to burn. Wasn't a pretty sight, I can tell you that much. Luckily, I was by myself in an empty lot like this. I seem to be using this lot now for a lot of my testing. Before it was another lot I was at that I used to do all my testing with my RC helis. Smaller than this. This one you can actually let it go, and a lot of flying space around here. And if you get here early in the morning like this, there's barely anyone out here.
I said, so, okay, I'm going to leave, sir. Good luck with your performance.
If you gradually go down like this, straight down is weird. If you go down on a slope like this, a lot better. It doesn't jerk. It must be the prop wash on the way down with the 3-bladed, I don't know. It's weird.
By the way, look on your faces exactly what I'm handing my phone, my hand shaking, I got my head, and I'm handing you the closer I think I get the number like from Chinese restaurant. No, this is Lon's. What do you need, right? So he does the show amazing, right? I'm really late to go to a taping of for some
Boo.
I'm super late and I'm kind of stressed and my phone rings and I don't recognize the number. I thought it was a telemarketer. I let it ring the voicemail and this is the message on my phone.
See, now cars are starting to show up a little bit more. A lot of them like to walk that track, that test track, past this these trees here, big oval test track here. And a lot of them, they go over here. There's a dog park over there. A lot of them go there. So now this recording is 20 minutes into it. It says I've got 27 minutes left on the battery. It says I got 6 minutes of flight left. And my flight time so far has been 18 minutes. Lady over there across from me in an SUV looking my way.
Available for an interview. I need a recording line right away. Because I didn't have anything planned. I lied to him. I said whatever I wanted me to say. So there was like some young intern on the other line, and you guys appreciate this. You're in the business here. And he goes, hold on a second. You need a line? Hold on. He comes back and goes, yeah, listen, we don't have any line available right now. There's somebody in the studio. And I snapped and I turned into this guy. I went, did you not hear me?
So this flight, I'm just hovering a little bit, panning, going left and right, going up and down. Just really, the only thing I'm not doing is just covering any distance, just in case something goes wrong. I see those ladies went into the park. I should switch this. What? That was weird. I said I wasn't connected to the device. It said I wasn't connected. I'm right here. That is weird. So I'm just going to keep it here then, just in case.
Once a consumer of anything likes something, they like it the same way. Sure.
Maybe I'll turn the car off. See if that makes it. So it says I got 3 minutes left on my watch. I'm at 20 minutes.
Battery level is low. The aircraft will go to the home point in 10 seconds. Go home.
Okay. So I start getting that beeping. I'm going to land it.
Landing. Landing.
So let's see where we're at. Stop my stopwatch. That's what it says on my watch. 21:23. So now I'm gonna swap this over and see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna switch to the camera. Okay, so this flight battery, it's cold. It's cold to the touch. The battery that was on here feels warm. It's not hot. Feels warm, just like it would, just like any flight battery that you take out after a flight. Push it. One battery, one light left. The props, the motors here, they feel slightly warm. So, and it feels like the front motors, the front motors are definitely warmer than the rears. But I mean, these feel cool. The rear ones feel cool to the touch. These feel warm. I mean, like, you can put this on your nose and it won't hurt. I mean, that it's not even hot. So that's pretty good. So now what I'm gonna do is slap this in here, the new battery, and we'll fire this up again and see what happens. Okay, so we're firing this up. What the hell did I do? Okay, I just did a bunch of stuff and I wasn't recording the screen recording. Crap. I was showing this. Remember with the battery, the spare battery on top? Watch it now when I go full throttle on the way down. A lot smoother. So I'm pretty sure it was maybe it was a little bit front heavy. See, on the way down, a lot smoother. Yeah, it's definitely way better without a load on. And like I said, you get better lift and stability with the 3-bladed prop. So I don't know. I know what I'm doing is not very scientific. It's just to see if I get any more flight time. So I'm hoping. Yeah, it definitely glides more. Trying to stop. Still wobbles a little bit on the way down, but not half as bad as when the battery's on top, carrying a load like that. Oh, here come some people. Usually when people are here, I'll bring it back. I don't want them to freak out. Whew, in sport mode, man. Whew. Wow, that really jerks. Man, she boogies. I wonder if I could find a 3-bladed prop with a higher degree pitch. That would definitely bite into the air more, give you more thrust, more top end speed, and better lifting capacity because you've got that third blade. I know it takes a little bit more energy because you've got a third blade. It's not as efficient, but I don't know. Okay, I just noticed this. So when I'm in sport mode, right there, it's in the middle. I go forward like that, real fast, real back, real fast, let it go like that. Look where the camera's at now. It actually tilts it down. It tilts the camera down so that I'm assuming so I don't get the top of the canopy of the drone, so that doesn't get into the picture. Never noticed that. But a lot of times I'm not flying weird like this either, doing herky-jerky stuff. I don't know if there's a lot of interference here, because with the other battery, the one time it said I had lost connection and it was literally maybe 8-10 feet away from me. Never a good feeling when you lose connection. Okay, so 71, and it says I've got 18 minutes of flight, so I don't know. There you go. See, I just lost connection. What the hell? That is weird. Let's keep it down. That is weird. Let's see what the connection is like here. Transmission. We'll switch. We'll keep it in 5.8 gigahertz. There's no distort. 2.4. Let's see. Yeah, see, there's spikes there. We'll keep it in 5.8 gigahertz bandwidth. That looks a lot better. Return it. We're gonna bring that down. So now, like I said, I've got no Yagis. I'm just using the stock antennas, and I switch it to auto for 5.8 gigahertz because it seems like there's hardly any interference there. Maybe I should have done that before. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like this battery seems to be going down faster than the other. It sure seems to be, well, obviously because there's no weight on it, a lot more agile. Just me watching it fly, not through the screen, but just visually watching it fly back and forth. 62. I'm at 8 minutes of flight so far. There we go, 8 minutes. The other one was 21, 23. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this and just get back to it when the battery gets depleted more. Decided to take it up a little bit higher, just fly around like normal. I'm a lot more comfortable when it's stock like this to fly it around compared to when I had that big ass battery on there. So right now I'm just in normal mode flying. I know there's a light you can hook up to that adapter also instead of a battery. You can stick a light, like some kind of a LED light on it. I don't know if I do that. Yeah, so I've really only seen maybe 2 videos with somebody using the same adapter, putting a battery on, and most of them were just hover tests. With this 3-bladed prop, when I throttle up to go up like this, it seems like it bites into the air more. 48 minutes. I don't know. To me, it seems like this stock battery is depleting faster than when I had the other battery on top. I know the drone only recognizes 3 batteries, like 1 battery as a 3 cell. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Never mind. Scratch that. So, I don't know. If this doesn't really work, not a big deal. I thought it was just kind of cool to see if it would work. That adapter is only like $5 from AliExpress. These props are also from AliExpress. Sometimes buying from there, kind of leery, especially for like drone stuff, because I mean you don't want cheap stuff. These props are pretty balanced. I don't see any wobble. It is, you know, rock steady. Here, I'll switch it over. I'll switch it to camera. There we go. And they seem quieter. Look how close that is. And I have the Master Air Screw Stealth props on usually, the 2-bladed props. Let's see. That is steady. Rotate it. No wobble. It's rock steady. Pretty nice. Okay, get away from me. Oh, here comes another car. Boom. I want to find an empty field or some abandoned road because I want to do some active tracking with a car. Fuck, I couldn't see it. One thing with this color compared to the Autel orange, this thing blends into the sky really well. I mean, unless you see the silhouette, you don't see this thing in the sky. Which is why most of the helis that I flew, especially the smaller 450 size helis, they were always bright. Their canopies were always bright orange or something, so I could see it up in the sky. This, don't really care too much because I mean, you just sit there and look at your screen. So 32 on the battery, says I've got 5 minutes left, and my watch says 16 minutes. Interesting. Keep flying. I just might have more flight time with the other one. I'm pretty sure it was 21:23. I should have wrote that down. But when this starts beeping, I'm going to put it down, then I'll look at my stopwatch, see how it compares to 21:23. Because I'm at 30%. And I think it's at 25% when it starts beeping. Oh, here comes somebody else. I'm surprised these are pretty quiet. I think they're quiet, definitely quieter than the Master Air Screw Stealth props I use. What I was looking for were 3-bladed props like this, maybe with a higher pitch and carbon fiber. If I can find carbon fiber, those things will give me a lot more. Well, I don't know if it's a lot more, but definitely more top end speed because the blades won't flex. So if they're not flexing, they're biting into the air a lot more. But I haven't really seen carbon fiber 3-bladed props for the Air 2, Mavic Air 2. So now I'm at 22%, so I'm gonna keep it close. My watch says 18 minutes. Bring it back. Oh, that was a little slow coming back. See how this goes. 19 minutes. I'm on 19 minutes now. So I got under 2 minutes before I force landed. Was that 21 or 23 minutes flight time? I don't know. Shoot. I guess I'll have to look through the footage and see.
Battery level is low.
Battery. Here
The
we go.
aircraft will go to the home point in 10 seconds. Landing.
There's the beep. So we're gonna land. And where am I at? 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna look through the footage because I can't remember now. I might have got 1 minute more. So I don't know. I'll have to look through the footage, but that pretty much concludes using that battery compared to stock with using this battery on top. Alright, I'm gonna look through the footage to see how it turned out. Okay, so I guess final conclusion. The first time with the battery, it was a 21:23. I looked, and the final one here is 20:35. So that gives me like 93 seconds more flight time. I know this isn't very scientific, and you know there's a lot of variables involved. But it definitely gives me more flight time, and I did notice when I looked through the footage that the first battery with the extended battery on top, that was at 100%, and the other one I think was at 95%. So I don't know, maybe it didn't make a difference at all. So honestly, for 1 minute and 30 seconds for that battery anyway, to me it's not worth it. But like I said, at least it was only $5. I just wanted to see if it would work. It does work. I mean, obviously it gave me more flight time, but the payoff of having extra weight and a little bit of instability in the flight versus gaining 93 seconds more in flight, I don't know. Like I said, to me it's not going to make a difference, because when I go fly, I usually bring it back when it hits around 30% or so, and I don't like to take that chance. But some people, you know, if you're way out there and you need an extra minute of flight time, well, I guess that battery would come in handy. And if you put a bigger battery on there, like in the other video that I saw, he got like 3 minutes 3 minutes of extra flight time. So I don't know. I don't think I'll use it again, but at least now I know. So that was my my test for the extended battery and stock battery flights. Hope this video helps.